Hi, everyone, and welcome back to session 3 of the Google for Startups Immersion, powered by Antler India. So far, we've covered rapid prototyping and building autonomous agents. But as any seasoned founder in this room knows, prototyping an AI feature is the easy part. Scaling it reliably, securely, and cost-effectively to handle enterprise-grade production loads is where startups actually succeed or fail. This is where we move beyond the AI wrapper and start building real resilient infrastructure. I'm Ragini Das, the head of Google for Startups for India, and your host for this entire series. Today's session is all about making that critical operational shift. We're focusing on building robust serverless architecture and event-driven pipelines on Google Cloud. By the end of today's session, you're going to be able to architect and deploy production-ready data systems that can ingest, process, and analyze unstructured data at scale without managing a single server. In our hands-on code lab today, you'll put this into practice using anti-gravity for architectural planning to build and deploy an end-to-end pipeline, streaming data from Google Cloud Storage, processing it via Cloud Run and Gemini, and pushing it straight into BigQuery. But before I bring in our very, very talented speaker for the day, let's set some very clear ground rules for chat today. Number one, our MVP, the Q&A box. We have a dedicated tech team as usual, monitoring the Q&A box live. They're actively filtering the best questions to bring to stage. So if your question is highly specific to your specific setup, it might not get approved to the main stage. But don't worry. If your question doesn't get answered live today, once all of our technical sessions are kind of done and wrapped up, we are going to compile a comprehensive FAQ document covering the most important questions from all 3 sessions, and we'll be sharing it with all of our attendees soon. 2, let's keep the chat productive. We have Snehal and I from the team who will be hanging out in the main chat room with all of you for any follow-up questions and queries. So let's keep the conversation helpful and friendly for all attendees. 3, strictly no spam. As I always say, please refrain from dropping LinkedIn profile links or WhatsApp group invites in the chat box. Or honestly, we just have to keep hiding these. You all did a great job at this in the last session, so we've just got to repeat that. Let's keep the space purely dedicated to learning and engaging with the session material. Most importantly, keep your $10 credit coupon ready. On the 6th of June, you should have received an email from us with your $10 Google Cloud credit coupon. The subject line is action required, your $10 credit coupon, and it has been successfully delivered to almost all of you. So please check your spam or promotions folder in case you don't see it. It goes to the email ID you used to apply for the program, but because these are unique individual codes assigned to every billing account, we cannot resolve credit issues on the live chat today. So if you definitely haven't received it, email us immediately on gfs-immersion@google.com. We'll just put it on chat as well, and the team will sort it out for you ASAP. If you're facing an issue redeeming, don't worry. We have Vijay who will walk us through the steps, so we're good on that. And now, to walk us through this production blueprint, I'm excited to introduce Vijay Jangamashetty, Staff Technical Solutions Consultant at Google Cloud. Vijay, let's take it away.
Hey, thanks, Ragini. Good morning, everyone. I would say everyone have a high josh for the day today. With that, my name is Vijay Kumar Jangamashetty. You can call me Vijay, and a Staff Technical Solutions Consultant here at Google Cloud. I call myself as a trusted advisor to work with our Google Cloud customers, and I'll be guiding you throughout this session. Let's see what is in it for us today. We are here today for a focused deep dive into a next era of building and deploying the applications, how effectively we can deploy the serverless AI solutions on Google Cloud. Yeah. Here is our agenda for today. So we'll begin with some introduction to the concepts and move into the steps to the live demos. And then we'll have a transitioning into a hands-on questions, hands-on sessions with midpoint Q&A in between as well. And then These hands-on sessions are really helpful and where you can get your hands dirty and learn from it, right? So you can apply what you learn and conclude with a dedicated Q&A session, right? We want to help you imagine a different reality, one where AI becomes your competitive engine instead of your bottleneck. What if we could achieve these three things? First one, innovate faster, move from concept to production in weeks, not in months. Your team ship AI applications with built-in reliability and auditability from day one. What used to take like 6 months of architectural debates, now it just takes 2 weeks of focused development. Second one being drive growth. By building all these new AI-powered applications that your business has been asking for, the ones currently locked behind, which are like too risky or too complex, it's a time. Deploy these differentiated capabilities that providing the competitive advantage with your competitors. And last but not the least, operate smarter, where you can automate complex workflows with AI, where you can actually trust with unified governance, real-time observability, enterprise-grade security, built-in / operational cost by eliminating the fragmented tools, isn't it? Eliminate, and also we can eliminate the compliance risk by making every decision auditable. This isn't a future state. It's what becomes possible when you go from a fragmented solutions to a unified AI platform like Vertex AI, which is now Gemini Enterprise Agent Platform. We all are in this agentic era, right? So to win in this agentic era, we like the enterprise needs an integrated system without compromising on a choice or enterprise readiness. This is why Google Cloud stands in a category of one, which is anchored by these three advantages. First and foremost, full stack advantage of AI performance. It's just not about having the best models, but also about a system that runs behind. Building an AI agent is one thing, but managing its lifecycle at a scale, security, governance, and its cost is the hard part. Second one, an uncompromising choice. We know the enterprises live in a multi-vendor, multi-cloud world, which is why our Google Cloud Platform is open by design since inception. Yes, our full stack architecture gives you a performance edge and it integrates deeply within the tools you already rely on, which you are currently using. You get the best of Google AI without abandoning your existing investment or risking vendor lock-in. Finally, last but not the least, the enterprise readiness. The innovation can't come at a cost of stability. We provide a foundation which is built on zero trust, security, sovereignty, and planet scale reliability that keeps search and YouTube online for billions of users, as we all are using those tools, right? All three matter, but today we are zeroing in on the first advantage, which is our complete AI stack, is the foundation of the next entire Google Cloud strategy. It's how we are making agentic enterprise a reality. Okay, the goal, or everyone's goal with the agent platform, is to deliver you the leading enterprise-ready agent platform that is powering all our real-world agentic use cases into the production. Okay, so this I just covered, like Google Cloud is the only provider is offering the first-party solutions entire the AI stack for the researchers, engineers, and every layer of stack is entirely in-house, right? Which includes starting with AI hypercomputer, a purpose-built infrastructure foundation which is optimized for the physics and scale of this agentic era. This foundation supports our research and models, which you are getting a world-class intelligence from Google DeepMind, and uncompromising choice across the Google frontier models. It can be Gemini 3.5 Flash, which is GA, and 3.5 Pro, which is coming soon, and which is Gemini 3.1 Pro, which is already everybody is using that. Alongside the Google frontier models, we do have best open and third-party options which can be accessed, right? And the next is Agent Data Cloud. This is the engine that grounds your AI in truth, providing agents with the trusted real-time business context, the data what we have within our Google Cloud. And next, with Agent Defense, we have autonomous zero trust protection that secures your entire AI lifecycle, starting from coding till get into the cloud, okay? And then near to the top is our agent platform. This is an evolution of Vertex AI. I think everybody would have been, most of them using Vertex AI, right? So this is a comprehensive system where we will build, deploy, and manage the agents with architectural rigor. Last but not the least, we do have agents and applications, like where you will have all those components which can set up to orchestrating an agentic task force, right? So you can build your own agents or purchase a pre-built, which we call it as from the agent garden, and specialized agents from Google or from the trusted partners, which can give you which can close the gap between the strategy and execution to drive a tangible ROI. And also you can govern, secure, observe, and deploy those agents to our agentic surfaces and solutions, which we will dive into shortly. Crucially, we don't just own the components. We co-design them to work as an integrated system. This ultimately helps all our customers to ship differentiated experiences with velocity, precision, cost efficiency, and security at scale. Yeah, it's again a refresher slide, right? So Gen Media on Agent Platform is world's only platform that is unifying every generative media tool, starting with image, starting with video to music and speech into a single enterprise-grade architecture. Okay, so this is what we are trying to do today. Okay, and this is again a refresher slide which was covered previously. Okay, so Google is offering the full stack of what we call it as vibe coding, structured into these 3 simple steps where you can take your app to live. Step 1 is thinking, where we can have the intent ready, okay, where we can define the core problem you want to solve. Focusing on the intent, you will describe to the AI, okay? And the next step is going to be build or the vibe coding. I think the previous session you have tried using AI Studio, and for this we're gonna ship in or get on anti-gravity, where we can do a agent coding, and what we can do a describe the idea, and the agent build all the logic, and the UI in real time, I think using Stitch and Gemini, which was done before. But then the last step is what publish, launch to the production, right? So this is what we are trying to do today, okay? Where we are trying to deploy the app instantly on Google Cloud, on services Cloud Run, going from a local preview, okay, which can be like a public URL shareable within our team or users. You're going to use Google Cloud Run, and anti-gravity today, and also Google Cloud CLI. Okay, a quick brief about Google anti-gravity. Once again, I just want to stress it because we are working on it today. This is a first agent-first platform built on next era, how we build, work, automate. What we have is anti-gravity 2.0, which is the desktop agent manager interface, and building the agents and the apps using anti-gravity CLI, which we call it as a AGY CLI as well, the terminal-based agent for your command line, and where the developers can use this anti-gravity seamlessly with the agent platform project. Now we're gonna do a deep dive of how anti-gravity works, right? If you see, there is a core agentic loop on the screen, right? This is operates as a continuous iterative cycle that transforms your high-level natural language intent to a fully validated production-ready deployment. Let's go step by step. We see like plan, act, and verify. The phase one, we can call it as a plan, which deeply analyzes your initial prompt to map out concrete task list and execution strategy, defining exactly what needs to be built before you write any code, isn't it? Phase two comes in, which is acting on your behalf, right? So drives the core execution engine by performing the heavy lifting, such as it's generating a fast API code, creating a Docker files, and managing the code differences in real time. That we will see today when we are doing a hands-on. And last but not the least, verify, where we have to autonomously, anti-gravity is autonomously validating the deployment by the testing system connectivity, and it's executing the automated visual walkthroughs with the screenshots to prove the system is working. We will again see that today. I'm really excited to share that. And if you see, there is a feedback which is at the center, isn't it? So, which is keeping developer firmly in control at the center of the loop, which is ensuring the real-time collaboration between plan, act, or verify, which can have a collaboration, guidance, and easy course of interactions, right? Okay, so this is what which I have picked up from the code lab, which everybody, I'll be sharing the link shortly. But before I just get into that, right? So I just wanted to break down the code lab, because if we get into the code lab, it takes a lot of time to read between the long paragraphs, right? I just want to make it a bit easier. Okay, so I'm breaking the code lab into these three components, which is like architecture planning and automated code generation, pipeline validation. Let's get into one by one. I think it's covered kind of thing if you see the architecture on the right-hand side of the screen, right? So this is the planning which translates the high-level prompt intents into explicit pipeline improvements, okay? And the code generation, the agent is creating the necessary files, deployment scripts, using the fast API code and Docker files. Last but not the least, it's what the pipeline validation, where it is verifying the system connectivity, and it's streaming verification runs to ensure everything is working correctly. Okay, the next one is we are just doing a next step. Okay, we now got like what is the high level flow of it. Now we are doing a target system architecture, right? What are we trying to build in this code lab, right? So the serverless flow, the blueprint, this is a target system architecture, which is designed for high throughput data processing, right? The flow processing, it starts at the ingestion, okay, where the document is getting into the uploading the files, and where the document gets uploaded straight into the Google Cloud storage. If you see my mouse cursor over here, and that is triggering the routing mechanism where the object finalize rules send lightweight pub/sub messaging tasks, okay? And these messages are being picked up by the compute engine, which is at the back end. We have got Python containers which are hosted on this cloud run, okay, which then uses the Gemini models to get the data, what is the file what we have uploaded, which is on cloud storage, get into the pub/sub, and with the help of Cloud Run, it's trying to push it into the BigQuery, right? So that's the where Gemini can be used to extract the structural metadata And finally, into the analytics sinks. So where the pipeline streams converted those structured outputs immediately into the BigQuery tables for the consumption. You'll see all this live today. So trust me, you'll have wonderful day doing on these hands-on. Okay, so I just want to repeat, okay, these are a few of you, or most of you might know what services these are, right? So this is an infrastructure stack, right, which we are building today on set of a Google Cloud components. The first being cloud storage and PubSub, which is providing a high robust storage, ingestion triggers, the file creation events, which can push asynchronous execution commands immediately through managed PubSub channels. And then comes Cloud Run, which is offering a dynamic container scale up on demand, where the scalable workers can download the payloads to extract structured entities using the Gemini enterprise agent platform. Then comes BigQuery Insights, which can handle high-speed streaming ingestions, because BigQuery have a capability of having a streaming ingestion as well, along with the batch, right? So streaming extracted data directly to the enterprise storage for lightning fast query execution and business intelligence, right? So within fraction of seconds, we're gonna get the data on BigQuery, which we will be able to see it. Okay, so these are the milestones, okay, which we all are working on it today. Okay, I'm just before the thing to get on this is to, before we jump into the actual code labs, I just want to make it simplified so that everything goes into our mind, and let's get our hands dirty directly, isn't it? So yeah, first of all, we get into the anti-gravity workspaces, okay, and we have to keep the Google Cloud Shell, okay, and then do the authentication, keep it ready, and where we can create the folders and everything on the anti-gravity workspaces. And the step 2 is what we prompt the agent workspace, designing the infrastructure as a code scripts for GCS, PubSub, Cloud Run, BigQuery, everything what we are trying to do today. Then we'll run those infra as a code bash scripts. We are not running the scripts. We are just asking anti-gravity agent, boss, please run this or deploy it. Okay, you'll see that in action, isn't it? Scripts to provision the services, deploy active Cloud Run container instances, right? And last, we will verify that. Even what we're going to doing is we will ask the agent, okay, to do this testing, okay? And I'll show you that where we can test that. Where we can get these test scripts also created, where it can upload into GCS, PubSub, and Cloud Run, picking up that, and metadata putting into a BigQuery tables. Okay, so before we get into the code labs, right? So this is what the dramatic difference is pretty clear. I think I would say this slide can be revisited again as well after we deploy this today. Okay, but let's see like what gain we will be getting out, right? This is a traditional manual build which used to take 20 hours. The anti-gravity assisted build, it takes just 2 hours. Today, I think we'll be having some time, because even though we do build the app today, but there'll be like last tweaks which we can be done later point of time as well. And if you see, this is a 10x faster deployment, where we have achieved the speed gain because of the agent automating the multi-day ordeal of a setup, Docker optimization, and deployment. Okay, so before we again jump into the actual code lab, I just want to brief you on how the screen looks like. I believe the session 1, my colleague Abhirami had walked you through all these steps, but I just want to like what is there for today, right? So this is agent manager, where we will start to for the first time vibe coders, right? Where you can toggle between the planning, fast conversion. We do have modes and unique features like agentic browsers, autonomous Chrome task, editor mode, and we have like all files, terminals, and everything. And the best thing is what within this agent manager settings, you can select the conversation. It can be Google Cloud, Google models, or it can be third party as well. I'll just say that let's use Gemini 3.5 flash low for today. I'll show it in the demo as well. Okay, so that the planning mode provides the more rigor, and we can have less tokens used for today. Okay, and this section allows you to select like specific model, what I just mentioned. Okay, and yeah, this is what we can use it. And this is a file explorer where it's a tree views access, what we all getting in. Okay, and functioning similarity to a traditional integrated IDEs, right? So where you can see all the files, what it is generated, you can click, you can see that on your screen. Okay, so I believe everyone is very excited to get your hands dirty. I would again want to echo on the prerequisites. Okay, even Ragini have just mentioned during the intro that okay, keep your a $10 Google Cloud credit. Okay, which says the subject action required, where you can redeem your $10 credit. These are the steps, right? Just go to console.cloud.google.com/billing/redeem. You have got a code, okay, and then just enable that. Okay, if you cannot spot the email, okay, from the GFS Immersion team, just quick drop a note, drop an email. Our team is working on it to help you out. Just drop an email, gfs-immersion@google.com. I would like to repeat again, which is on the slide as well, gfs-immersion@google.com. If you have not spotting up email to get these credits, right? And the next important and foremost thing to do, okay, install anti-gravity. I would believe everybody would have installed the anti-gravity by now. If you have not done it, we will give some time, and in the meantime I'll take some midpoint Q&As as well. Okay, so I would just request these three things to be done. Okay, the second one is like anti-gravity. Let's download it. Simply go to the antigravity.google/download, click on download. It will choose like, okay, what operating system you are on, and install that accordingly. Then third and important foremost, Google Cloud CLI, which is popularly known as command line interface, Google Cloud CLI, right? So this has to be installed on your terminal, right? If it is Mac, go to terminal. If it is Windows, you go to CMD, right? So there are steps. If you go to goo.gle/install-CLI, that shows how do you install the Google Cloud CLI, right? And just by installing it's not the job done for today, right? You need to authenticate it, or to connect that with the project what we have created, or the credit redeemed, the credits what you have redeemed to that particular project, because that project should have the billing tied. Okay, so that you reach out or connect to that project, keep it ready. We will not be doing much on Google Cloud CLI, but connecting, authenticating right to a redeemed project is really important. Okay, so these are the three steps. I would like to rephrase again. I'll be taking some midpoint Q&As. I would say, like, assume that a lot of questions might be coming in from last like 29 minutes, 32 seconds. Okay. So I would just, in the meantime, I'll be taking some questions, but people who have not actioned these 3 items, I'll have like few moments. I would request, it will not take much time, okay? And with cloud credits, I think one thing I just want to call out as well, right? Cloud credits, believe me, it won't take a couple of dollars to run on Cloud Run today, but still, if get back to GFS Immersion if you have not got the email, and install anti-gravity and install Google Cloud CLI and authenticate it, right? In the meantime, let's take a question. Okay. Okay. So thanks, Karan. I think it's a great question. Let me read out. We started with serverless functions when we were building, and now our backend has grown a lot with supporting multiple use cases. Yes. And we still use serverless functions and wanted to understand what is a good time or trigger to switch from serverless function to a dedicated server instance. Should it be based on frequency or traffic? Amazing question, Karan, right? So you're absolutely right. We have come from a backend which we have supported multiple use cases with starting with serverless functions and when to use server, because serverless, right? I think today what we are trying to do is, I'll just try to give an example for serverless function, isn't it? So where I think it should be basically on, I would say, both frequency of traffic as well as what sort of data you are getting, right? Here, I'll take an example of Google Cloud. So what do you say? Cloud Run, right? So Cloud Run. So where we are trying to, it should be event driven. For example, there is some action happening, okay? For example, here today we are putting a file, okay? So which the event arc or a Cloud Run picks that up, because there is a dependency of that where your serverless platform, because where it has to come and start acting immediately, right? Without any further ado, right? And the first and foremost, and the second one is the cost, because the server using serverless function is like pay as you go, isn't it? If we are using server instance, you have to pay to the server when it is running all the time, right? So again, that's the reason which we get into the serverless function, where instead of having a dedicated server instance. I hope okay. So I just want to recollect, just to question, right? We started with serverless functions when we were building, and now our backend has grown a lot of support, multiple use cases, but we still use serverless functions. Wanted to understand what is a good time or a trigger to switch from our serverless function to dedicated server instance. Okay, so yeah, I think hope I answered on this question. Okay, and okay, the next one, Piyush, for startups that already have an infrastructure on other cloud platforms but want to integrate Gemini, what is the recommended path? Direct Gemini API integration, Vertex AI through Google Cloud, or a hybrid deployment where the core backend remains outside GCP? Oh, that's an amazing question. You want to keep your infra or your services as is, okay? And you want to integrate Gemini. You're asking a question, just I'm reiterating the question, right? So direct Gemini API integration, or a Vertex AI through Google Cloud, or a hybrid deployment where the core backend remains outside, right? So it all depends upon our requirement or our need, isn't it? So where if we are a cloud first AI startup, right? So in that case, we will be on top of cloud, okay? So which will have a seamless integration or a seamless handover between these apps within Google Cloud, okay? Where you can have a direct API integration. For example, you are using a Collab notebook, okay, where you can have your API integration, and then you are building or creating a model on your own, right? At that point of time, yes, we're gonna get on Vertex AI. You can create your model, build your model, fine-tune your model, right? And also get in this agentic era, right? So we can, with this Vertex AI agent platform, where you can build, scale, govern, and optimize on this Vertex AI agent platform, right? For example, if you have a dependency on the hybrid environment where you are an on-prem startup, for example, that's what I try to tell in the beginning, that Google Cloud is open for multi-cloud things, and there is no vendor lock-in. You can still make your application outside application with the help of Gemini API. You can call those Gemini APIs and you can get the action done on that. Okay, I think, hope I answered the question of Piyush. Okay, so I just want to recollect this. Okay, I'll just pause here for a minute. Okay, hope everyone have redeemed the Google Cloud credits with all the email you have got it, and I would assume everyone have installed anti-gravity. Okay, and also everyone have connected with Google Cloud CLI, with installed and authenticated. Okay, so time to build. Let me get on my glasses on as well. Okay, and yes, so this is a code lab link. I would request everyone to go to gwo.gle/session3-lab. Okay, that will give you the code lab. I would just keep it for 10 seconds more and repeat gwo.gle/session3-lab. Okay, I would just also pause if everyone have done those, all the prerequisites. If in case of anything, please drop an email to gfs-immersion@google.com, or any questions related to anti-gravity, cloud CLI. Let's get that on the chat, right, or a Q&A over there. Okay, and okay, I think we are good. Let's get on to the code labs. Okay, so this is the code lab everybody would be seeing on the screen. Build and deploy to Google Cloud with anti-gravity, right? So you can just have a quick glance. I would say, like, I've covered all these pointers, like what we will be learning and what we will be in need of. Okay, so it says, like, I have covered all the prerequisites as well, made the life pretty simple. Okay, and this is an app what we have building up today. Okay, with the help of anti-gravity, and we have already went through this event-driven architecture, where we will upload the file, and GCS and PubSub picks up the file and put that into the BigQuery, right? So we're gonna see that live. Okay, so I think everybody can go hand in hand if you want. Okay, so that I'll be pretty slow going on, and I'll take some pauses in between. If anybody face any issues, yeah, just put it on Q&A. Our colleagues are helping out. Okay, so this is the app which we have already covered. Yes. Now, I would say, like, we will have to get on this. Okay, we will, before we get into it, I would say let's everyone jump on the anti-gravity screen. Okay, so where we're gonna create it. I'm creating in front of you, and everybody can create it. Okay, So this is anti-gravity, what you would see, what you are seeing on my screen right now. Okay, and hope you have, once you open it, you will get login, right? I'm not showing that today because it's a 101 where we can log in, click on login. That page takes you to the Google account login, okay, where you can give the credentials of the account which the project you have already redeemed, okay, and then once it authenticates, it will give you a link that, oh, you have successfully authenticated, and it will ask a pop-up which can do a click. Getting this click comes over here, right? Okay, let's take see like what all things. First thing first, I would say this will bring up a add folder. Okay, so I would like to create a new project right now, okay, and add folder. This is what this is the other application, but I'll what do. This is anti-gravity workspace, okay, and I'll say okay. I'll say new folder. I would say like today we are doing VJ-Google Cloud Serverless app. Let's create that and open it. So this is the folder which we all going to be work. I think you put on your own folders, okay. Right. So we are on this anti-gravity, and we'll be getting up the okay. So let's keep Gemini 3.5 flash low, okay, just to save some tokens, and this is the latest model what we have got it, isn't it? So I would say let's keep Gemini 3.5 flash low. Okay, so few pointers. I think we can just go to the settings and click on that project what we have, anti-gravity WS workshop, and this is a folder what we are trying to do today, okay. And here leave the security preset as default, and the behavior of the agent artifact review policy, which will keep it as always ask, so that it will ask for you before it is taking some actions on your behalf, so that we will come to know what it is asking for and what we are trying to deploy. Okay, and just a quick check. So you should be getting your, if you click on account, you should be getting on your account details over there, okay. It should be at your email.com, so that it says that it has been authenticated, isn't it? Okay, dokie. Let's see what else we have to do. I think we have done that, and yes, I think we have done these settings, agent settings, security preset to a default, okay, and then the agent behavior to always ask, which is as shown below on this one, okay. And then let's give some first prompt on anti-gravity, okay. And by that time, right, so you should have been authenticated on if you see gcloud config list. I'll not press it. You can use this command, so that if you press enter, you will see your project and your the connection string and what region you have chosen and everything. Okay, let's try to use default, but this is a command which you can get into it and see all the details. It shows whether you have authenticated or not. This is in that the link, the second link, it's in the Google Cloud CLI on the deck, right? Okay, so I would request, like, let's go through the line by line what we are asking anti-gravity to do. Okay, so to grill me, I'll just copy it. Okay, before copying, this is a command which will help us out to, it will ask us a follow-up question so that we can choose best as per our knowledge. Okay, and it can also suggest some recommended answers, but it's up to us what we will choose it, right? It will come on the screen. I believe everybody is following up with me. I'm pretty slow, what I think. Okay, and let's do it. So you're in that folder. I'm running locally, and Gemini 3.5 flash low. I would request everyone to see it. And also, you can also see models. If you click on models, right, this will show how many tokens we have left for today. For me, yeah, it's good, it's full, which is refreshing in some days. Okay, but make sure you check this as well. Okay, because we need credit for just only for deploying the Cloud Run, but we need these tokens for working on anti-gravity, because where Gemini can help us out. Okay, before we start, let me take a sip of water. That's amazing. Okay, so I'll just simply paste grill me. Okay, I want to build a serverless event-driven document processing pipeline on Google Cloud, which will have users to upload the files and to a cloud storage bucket, and build a trigger with a pub/sub message, and then have a processor based on Python's Cloud Run service, which is receiving the messages and processing the file, which is the simulated OCR, and extracts the metadata. And then there is where we can stream those metadata of the file what we have sent into a file name, date, tags, and word count into a BigQuery data set. We can check that as well. So I hope everybody is ready to press the button. Okay, paste it. If you see here, the anti-gravity is working for it, and it shows the folder which has just created for us, as we have used /grill-me. This is what it is asking. Okay, so I'll say, okay, it's asking me sometimes. Please take a note, you may not get the same questions, right? But choose the architecture what we discussed, right? The cloud storage bucket, pub/sub notification, and other things, so that using Cloud Run, I would say yes, let's get into it. And what IAC or deployment tool preference do you have provisioning the GCP services? Okay, so it is giving me Terraform configuration to provision all the GCP resources like cloud storage, pub/sub, Cloud Run, BigQuery, IAM, and provide a shell script to deploy on the Python code. Okay, and or you create a local Python code and shell scripts using gcloud commands to provision resources and deploy in the service. I think either of them we can use. Okay, because we are already running it. Okay, what security and operational best practices should we include in the implementation plan? Okay, so we will have a service account with the minimum necessary IAM permission, because we need to give the minimum privileges. Storage object, viewer, pub/sub, all right, and then to run the cloud service. Okay, I think let's get that. Okay, so now we have answered all the questions on that. So it is working on it. Okay, so let's begin. Okay. So I need to get these okay, these are the pin conversations. Okay, so let's go on the implementation plan. Yes, here if you see on the implementation plan, it's giving me the serverless driven this, and I'm asking it to proceed. If you want to see it, that's the implementation plan. What you see on the right hand side, you see the files are getting created for us: requirement.txt, docker file, main.py, test main py, because we have asked to do the Terraform as well. So we got variables.tf, main.tf, im.tf, everything is it's getting on that. And best is like where we can do a deploy data search, and it's asking me to what? Test it. So just it's getting me to get on it. So the best thing is it will ask if you say if you do not have that particular thing, it will ask to get it installed, and it will get installed for us. Okay, and there are few modules which it says it's not there. Now it is edited and it's getting added. Okay, it's asking me to get into the environment as well. Okay, so it's installing all the requirements what we need. Okay, so you'll enjoy when you're trying to use it, right? So it's trying to get the installation done, and if there are any issues, it will try to install it. Okay, you may get some different steps, but we all are doing together. Okay, it's still running the test, and it's editing on my behalf right now. In the meantime, we can just see what all things we have here. Yes, it's trying to activate. Okay, it's the tests are perfect, and it's working on it. It edited the file, and it's asking me to run it. So basically we are trying to build app. I think these are few things what we are trying to get at. And okay, so the first is the implementation. What is the plan? Because even I showed in the deck as well that first we will be getting the implementation plan. Okay, so then comes with walkthrough. Okay, where is walkthrough? Again, you can go through the configurations, Terraform configurations as well. So where you have got all the files created, and this is the processor, and this is the script. Okay, where we would like to export it, isn't it? So, and this is the walkthrough of the document processing pipelines. So whatever we have tried to implement it, okay. So that is the implementation plan. Then we got into walkthrough. This is what it consists. So it says there's a Python Flask app, requirements.txt, main.py, and these are the variables. And this is a script. We will ask to run that script right now. And then we're gonna have verify this, okay, and how to deploy in GCP. I think these are the few steps which is we can follow it. But let's try to deploy the script. Right now we got what all things we did. We gave the grill me commands, okay, and we got few questions answered, or the options given by anti-gravity, Gemini, and you took that as an option, and it created the implementation plan, and then it created a walkthrough with all the scripts what we have used so far. And just a piece of pro tip: if you see some kind of errors and all in the screen, just say that, okay, try to fix it, right? Because if in the demo you would have seen, oh, it tried fixing me a few issues, right? So let's say let's do a deployment.sh. If we are doing that, this is what it has done already, okay. And this is what I just showed you, the files what we have right now, and these are the implementation task. Now time is to, if you go to the I think we've walked through these implementation tasks, okay. So now we want to get into a deploy.sh. So I'll just say so we can do that in the Google Cloud CLI as well, okay. But when you say deploy, yes, it's asking me to get the project, deploy sh. Yes, yeah, see here, it so don't have permission, right? We do a chmod. I want to get it again. It is trying to deploy the things what all is here right now. See here, it is doing it. It is working for us right now, and chmod deploy is done. And in the meantime, we can get into the cloud console as well, okay, until it creates okay. It's taking some time. Wow. Okay. I'll check on the status shortly. It says it's still doing it. Let me quickly come on this, okay. So usually when this is the cloud run on what project you are in. Okay. Let me get into it, because we are doing a I'm just trying to get you more options, like we can directly on a shell. I just wanted to show we can get these into the Terraform as well, so where you can get into the Terraform folder. We do a Terraform init. It will show you how many provisioning it is creating, how many services it is creating, okay. Let's give some time to it. Yeah, see here, I'm just on the topics, there is pub sub topic already being created, and yes, training document ingest also created, which is today, exactly some 30 seconds back. Perfect. And Cloud Run will also start spinning in a moment. Yes. Okay. Just trying to test as well. And I'll just show the BigQuery document pipeline. It's creating the metadata. It has already created it. Okay. And still it's empty. That's good. Okay, it has already got a file. Okay, that's really good. Okay, so if you are running this, so this is what it tried to create it. Okay, yeah, so this is what a summary, even the testing text what we had, right? So it's trying to upload invoice 001.txt containing 10 words, invoice and report, and it's even triggered by Cloud Run, which downloaded the file, passed the contents, and outputted to the simulated OCR environment. And it's also showing me the script. Okay, so this is what, if you want to just go through the walkthrough MD as well. So these are all the scripts. This is walkthrough. Okay, right. I think this is what I'll ask. Let's create a test script to upload the file with different name and process it every time I run the test script. Okay, so it's creating a test script for me. Okay, so that it is asking me the thing. Okay, it's created. Whenever I will upload the file, you say like test pipeline. Okay, so whenever it's dynamically generating with the help of timestamp. Okay, so that it is the document.txt, and it says that test pipeline has been created. And if you see this, it is uploaded, and also it has the text, and it has the word count. If there are any tags, it's giving it, and it's just processed. Okay, this is in the, if you want to rerun again, okay, let me run it again. Yes, please run for me. This all things can also be run on the Google Cloud Command CLI, because this is one time required to authenticate. Once we authenticate, automatically that with that default, it will reach out to this particular project, and anti-gravity will start installing it here. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, see here. So as many time I run it, okay, I'll just try to make it big for easy readability. I have ran 2 times. The first one by default, the test script. Next time I just mentioned to the pipeline, you create a test script, okay? So where you will upload it, okay? And upload it on Google Cloud Storage, and it will triggered. PubSub will take it up and then go via Cloud Run, process the file, and writes into BigQuery. Right? This is a BigQuery environment. Okay, so where this is the PubSub topic, where we have all the subscriptions created for it. If you see a Cloud Run document processor is the subscription for this particular topic. Okay, and just a pro tip: if you have got any issues in IAM, getting the permissions, you just feel free to tell to anti-gravity, oh, just please fix my IAM, right? If you're getting any errors with service account, because these are the things which I have faced when I was testing on this lab. Okay, so that I just want to help you out so that you will not get hassles. Okay, as you know, maybe we can continue executing the test pipeline whenever we want to trigger our test pipeline with a fresh, unique documents. Okay, and also I'll just ask to have some kind of image files as well, right? Okay, and okay, also add some images.jpg to the test pipeline so that it can process the image and talk together and test the pipeline. So it's again it's generating some mocked up text document. Okay, this is what it is, and I can download it as well, but it's automatically for me. It's copying into the anti-gravity, and it is put into the test pipeline, and now it is asking me to run the test pipeline. And you can even if you manually put the document here also, you'll be able to process it. Okay, so where is this? Okay, so yeah, it's running right now. Let's wait for everything to complete. Yes, so it's generated this text and formatted my copy of this image, uploaded to a GCS, and it's trying to get into the BigQuery. Let's go to BigQuery and let me try to query this table. I'm just querying this table, and I'll run. Yes, so I'll just do this. Yes, the invoice, what it was added, right? So that is being added, and if you see the timestamp, that's UTC. This has these many word counts. Imagine. So it has converted that image, read through the image, and got you this word count. Okay, and it also had a latest timestamp which had same amount of word count in it, and it's also giving me the GCS. Okay, so let's come back to I think we deployed it. I think it's asking me I think we did it already, and we also verified the application as well, isn't it? So we did not do anything here apart from giving a natural language text to anti-gravity, okay, and where we generated the application, where we deployed the application, and where we verify the application too, okay. And also, like when we see these, I think we already checked all these scripts, right? Deploy.sh, app.py, Docker file, requirements, right? Now there is an optional thing what we can do it as well, okay. So I'll take this. I'm building a app on top of it, and I'm trying to give you a front end, right? Let's see how easy or difficult to get into it. And I leave all other things like how you can integrate with your really AML workflows or pipelines, and include the dead letter queues or secret manager, event arc, and all these things you can do it on yourself. But I'll just try to create an app. And yeah, I think I need to pray for demo gods again. Okay, so I'm just trying to create a simple Streamlit or a Flash web app, okay, which connects to BigQuery, and it should display the table of that particular processing things, okay. It's asking me to install things, okay. It's not there, so it will help me out to get this installed. Yeah, in the meantime, I'll just take a pause. I'd say, like, hope everyone went through all these steps, okay, and got their hands dirty, and was able to build a app, build a pipeline, and try to get that tested, right? So yeah, I'm just trying to execute the Streamlit, okay. Okay, it's still running. It says, oh, fantastic. So the app got generated, isn't it? And this is a front end. Whenever we put the file, it will update automatically. What I'll do is, let me ask this one, okay. Keep this task running so that the Streamlit application which is running, and it will be polling on, okay. So what I wanted to ask is, yeah, so please give me an option for auto refresh, okay, auto refresh of the app, option for auto refresh, and give me, oh sorry, it's already there, auto refresh, and choose the seconds of auto refresh, okay. I should have told it's in the Streamlit application. Hopefully it remembers the context. Yes, it is doing the dashboard, okay, and I'll just refresh it. Wow, it says some error module. Okay, this is what we needed. Oh wow, it did something, and I'll just say this is what I'm getting the error when it has added me something, okay. It installed some packages. Now says, oh yeah, this was missing, which had called the import error. Let me go through it. Yes, here you go, right? It's refreshing every 5 seconds. What I'll do is, I'll run the test pipeline again, run the test pipeline with the image and the document, okay, so that it generates another one, another data onto the GCS, which goes across the platform, and try to get that up to date. It says it's working, it's running on. Okay. Yeah, it launched the pipeline. Ingestion will begin. So it's having a auto refresh. Yeah. So if you see the first one, I'll just pause it. I'll make it 10 seconds so that it won't do it. See here, if you see file name 0, this is the new one which it just triggered, 6:45 UT. Okay, let me stop the auto refresh. Okay, I can give that option to do it. Right. So these are the files which says 9575. I think it dropped the same image again, and same file. The one thing is we are able to see it on the dashboard, right? This is a end-to-end pipeline. Okay, what we have tried, build, deployed, verified, we explored the application, and now what did we do? We extended the front end too, right? So I would just leave it to more changes with yourself. Okay, I would strongly suggest, you have got credits, you have got tokens for this account. I would say, like, try things, and okay, yes, I think these are the questions what's being asked mostly, right? So let's get this on, and we will this is the conclusion what we did. Okay, so you have all of you, I would say, have built the scalable serverless, and also see here what you got it. You earned another learning badge. So I would say, like, I would just want to applaud for every one of you who were working or doing a hands-on along with me. Okay, and also getting the learning badge for completing this as well. Okay, so I would say I think this is a great point where I can take some Q&As. Okay, and yeah, I think let's get some Q&As which I think have been picked up by the team, and which things what we already have. Okay, so okay, fine. Right. Okay. Great question. What is the most effective way to minimize the cold starts when deploying latency sensitive Gemini agents on Cloud Run? I think it's a great question, right? So usually the effective way to eliminate the cold start is to turn on startup CPU boost in Cloud Run. That's an option, okay, which temporarily gives the container what we have built the extra processing power so that it can boot up twice as fast. Okay, next is set up the minimum instances so that it can have at least one, so that the warm container is always awake for you, right? It may not need more time to awake it. Okay, and make sure that we'll have our code which is initialized on Gemini API clients if it's coming from main request, so that the connection is already established before the user sends a message, so that you can minimize the cold starts and when we are deploying the latency sensitive Gemini agents on Cloud Run. Okay, so hope that answers the question. I think, yeah, it's another great question, like, can we use anti-gravity to generate the infra as a code for a serverless deployment? Oh yeah, I think that's what we tried to do it today. Yes, you can use Google anti-gravity as a agent building platform where we generated the app, the infra as a code just by prompting into a plain English. It can write a production ready Terraform files, built all deployment scripts, right? So that you can do that. But I would just say that we always need to check the code for all the human reviews on before we apply that into the production. Okay, so okay, I think we've got like couple more questions. We have got 5 more minutes. Yes. Okay. I think a lot of questions coming on cost. So I think everybody is worried about cost, isn't it? Great. So how do we forecast and manage our cloud run infrastructure cost as our daily active AI users scale, right? Yeah, I had given one of the answers earlier as well, that cloud run is kind of a pay as you go, and whenever there is, it's like whenever you will be paying as per the request, right? But here, when we want to forecast, right? So what we want to do, switch the cloud run cost to an instance-based billing, so that you will get you will pay a low flat rate for a steady traffic, right? Instead of paying for the request, right? These are the customization what we can do, okay? So that we can keep the cost predictable, because the question is like, how do we forecast or predict, isn't it? So we can keep the cost predictable by setting up a tight minimum number of active containers, like when we say we can have minimum container 1 or maximum X, right? So that we can save some money. And also, I think there is we do have committed user discounts where it can strict maximum limit to stop certain budget spikes. We can set up that particular the event, okay, so that it can keep that. And lastly, always keep your cloud run code and your AI models in the same region, so that you can avoid the data transfer fees from one region to another region. Okay, so I would say okay, I think there was one more question as well before. Okay, I think there is one thing what we got through, right? I think in the event, what we have just run one test file. So I think the question is about that, right? What performance bottleneck might you hit? Wow, great. If you have 10,000 files are dropped into GCS bucket simultaneously. I think it's an amazing question. I think it's talking about the scalability of your app, isn't it? So when you say the cloud run, which is scaling up seamlessly to handle thousands of concurrent requests, you might hit Vertex AI API rate limits quota. So that's like Gemini model tokens are what I was talking. So if we are tokens or request per minutes, I would say we would need to manage this by configuring the maximum concurrent instances and implementing the queue to rate limit, because that is what the quota limit what you have, right? And yeah, I think that will definitely it would definitely, to answer in one liner, cloud run takes that all build until you have all the model tokens and request per minute, you have got it. Okay, so okay, I think that's good. I would say I think I believe we had great 90 minutes of the day today. Okay, and I believe everybody enjoyed having a conversation with anti-gravity, building your own app, okay, and trying to build the app, deploy it, and get it going, right? So I would again thank you everyone for being along with me, getting your hands on, getting your hands dirty. I would still recommend you still have tokens, credits. I would say yeah, please get your day, get your hands dirty, and build your own app. What you want to do, and with that, I would take a leave. Thank you everyone for your great time today, and I would say I enjoyed getting the hands dirty along with you. See you on cloud. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Vijay. And +1, I think we had a lot of fun in the chat box and the Q&A section as well. we now have a verified end-to-end blueprint for production deployment. And at this stage of the immersion, you have the technical toolkit required to build an elite AI startup. But a world-class technical architecture needs rock-solid capitalization to back it up. Now, this brings us to our final, highly anticipated session, which is Decoding VC Math, where you will find out if your AI startup is built for venture scale. We're going to step away from the code and partner directly with the core investment team at Antler India. We're going to strip away the fundraising hype and look at the hard, cold mechanics of how venture capital funds actually work, the explosive returns they require, and how to build an intentional fundraising timeline. But before you log off today, we have a few critical housekeeping and hygiene tasks that require your immediate attention. 1, submit your prototype. I must have said this 5,000 times on the chat box, but hopefully you have all received the link to submit your prototype in the last few days. We're also dropping the link on chat. You have the QR code and a short link on screen as well. As a reminder, remember 10th of June is the absolute final deadline to submit your prototype to be eligible to be selected for phase 2 of the immersion program. In case you have any credentials you want to share with us, please share it in any open box that you see on the form, and we'll have that considered. Please do not, however, miss this cutoff. We will not be able to make any exceptions, and we're not accepting any bills on email. If you are shortlisted, that is, you are one of the 25 startups who we will see at Google Bangalore end of this month, you will hear from us directly by the 15th of June. 2, please claim your digital badge. If you haven't done this already in the last 2 sessions, claim your Google for Startups Immersion digital badge by scanning the QR code or opening the short link that you see on your screen. You can use this to showcase your participation and unlock the many benefits of the Google Developer Program. 3, please give us feedback. We build this program exclusively for founders and technical operators like you. We love the love we got on the chat box today. So please take 60 seconds to click on the little star under chat or scan the QR code again and tell us where we hit the mark and where we can do better. And we'd love to bring so many more such immersions to you. Finally, if you are sharing your insights or posting about your builds on socials, please make sure to tag us. We're on Google for Startups Immersion. We're on Google for Startups, and use the hashtag GFS Immersion and let us see what you're up to. We're on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. That's all from me, and that's all from the entire Google for Startups team. A huge shout out to Naveen, Yesil, Nicole, and Sunny, along with Farish and Anisha, who've been such a big part in bringing this entire program to life. I'm officially signing off. 2 friends. We'll have the Antler team take charge on Thursday, 11 a.m. on the 11th of June. Trust me, as CEOs and founders, you don't want to miss out on the final session. We'll see you there.